Boom. There we are. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. How you doing, David and Bassman? Her ladyship and Bass woman. Now, I'm only going to be on for a short stream today, probably 3/4 of an hour. I forgot that I had a networking thing to go to today. Um, so I'll need to get to that. However, we can get some shit done. These are the things. Now, give me a moment. And I shall. There we go. Now, what I'm thinking I'm going to do today is hit the chassis with chassis black. Keep it simple. It's got to be done anyway. And with a bit of luck, I won't need to airbrush. Because that'll be the only part that I would probably consider airbrushing. So, and there we go. Ahoy,
Hello,
hoy. How you doing? I'm good. I'm a bit annoyed at myself for forgetting I had a thing on today, but which is going to take me away rather early. But
are you modeling again today in your swimsuit?
yes, I am. Um, it's actually here's a bit of humour for you on the modelling front. Actually, I should first get this happening, and then move the
Good
camera.
time. We'll have me some Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah. But
That sounds like a duck hollering.
pardon?
Your chair sounds like a duck hollering.
Oh, that was just the boom moving. Anyway, years ago, do you remember the song "I'm Too Sexy"?
I am too sexy. Oh yes, I do remember that song.
I got put up to translating it into German.
Oh no way.
Yeah. Now, this is the modelling question will, of course, soon become apparent. Because if you recall the lyrics, there's a line of on the catwalk, yeah, I take my little turn on the catwalk. In German, auf der Laufsteg, yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah, I'm very silly, but yeah, you brought up modeling, and well, what can I tell you? Yeah. I would be on the Laufsteg.
Slogging.
Yeah, now, where's a bit of. Here we go. Here's what I'm looking for, I think. Maybe? No? Yes, here. I just want something to hold the chassis in place while I do my thing.
Do your thing.
Do my thing. That's the one. There we go. That'll
Work
do
it,
it.
work it.
Crank it into there a bit, and there we go. Shake, 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 ba ba da ba.
Take your booty.
That's the one. Whilst it's not shake your booty, it's in the same sort of era and vein. I recently worked out play that funky music, white boy. As a bass line, it's pretty easy.
Lay down and boogie and play that funky music till you die.
That's the one. But the opening riff's really easy. It's just ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
And
yeah, that was our kind of music growing up.
Pardon?
That was our kind of music growing up.
Yeah. It was certainly one that I heard. Um,
Yep.
it's
That's
funny
when.
because these days I hear a lot of the music I grew up with at the supermarkets,
Oh yeah.
and it happened to me yesterday really badly. Um, because I'm in over here. We've got a food chain called Foodland.
Foodland.
Um,
Okay.
who would have thought, eh?
Foodland. Food World. Used to be Food World here.
Okay, we got Foodland. Anyway, bottom line, they've got Black Dog by Led Zepp on the sound system.
Oh no way.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm about to go full the yeah. I'm starting to get the pout coming onto the face. I'm about to start letting rip with the "Hey, mom" routine, and up ahead I see some school kids, and I'm just going, stop, stop, don't embarrass yourself.
Well, see, that's where I would have. If I was in Walmart, I'd been walking around and heard that. I started singing.
I do recall once being in a different food land and being alone in an aisle, and on this occasion it was a whole lot of love, and yeah, somebody walked around. I'm just going, dearie me.
Yeah, we like being crazy and act like children when we go uptown.
Yeah,
People look at us like we're stupid. And we're doing it. We're having fun, you know. Why,
well, that's
why
all
you want to
right.
walk around and be all serious and grumpy for, you know?
There's a lot of people who are very serious about stuff that is just very trivial in truth. Um, yeah, but
I got away with this guy on the dog food aisle one day in Walmart. He was we're trying to reach something on the top shelf, and
yeah,
my son he stepped up there and he was reaching up there, and the clerk came around the corner. And he said, "Whoa, whoa!" He said, "I got that for you." I said, "No, man." I said, "We're trying to make your job easier." I said, "We got it." And
yeah,
he said, "Well, I appreciate that." He said, "Not a whole lot of people do that." I said, "Well,
yeah.
you know,
When I was in doing some work, and there's a thing in the English cricket thing called the Barmy Army, and they are the English cricket supporters when they go on tour, most notably when they go on tour to Australia.
right? Hmm.
And every time they come to town, they are welcome because their manners are meticulous. And if you're in a bar and they've had a meal at the bar, not a restaurant, but a bar, they'll bring the plate up,
Okay,
which is almost unheard of amongst the local population.
right."
So that's appreciated of its own. They don't generally cause any problems, and are quite because they don't want to. They're on bloody holiday. Um, the only sports fans I know of who are better behaved than English cricket fans, who will, as I said, assist um, staff in their own little way, as in this way that you've just illustrated, are Irish rugby fans.
Mm.
I was on security the night they won through to the World Cup in 2003, and they played it in Adelaide. They drank the street dry, and I am not joking.
To be
That's what
sure.
they drank the street dry. Every place was open way later than normal.
Wow.
It was such a big thing that it made the papers locally.
Huh.
Um, and for all that, mate, not one fight.
Well, that's good.
If ever you had to do so much as raise an eyebrow at one of them, one of his mates would jump up and say, "Oh, don't be worrying about him, lad. I'll take him out for you." And you can't really argue that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I remember, and there's a funny story that comes with this. One of their second rowers. Oop. Oh, hey Jeff, how you doing?
Hello, Jeff.
And was a guy named Paul O'Connell, about 6'6", big unit, known to tear people limbless. It was his thing. And anyway, he's come into the bar. No worries. Now over here, I don't know what the laws are like in the US, but you can't take a glass out of the bar.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do that here either.
You can in the UK. It's quite common in the UK. And anyway, he's come down with a glass of whiskey and goes to leave. And they're, mate, you can't take your glass out. Oh, that's all right, son. I'll just put it under me jacket. Now, mate, you're not listening. You can't take your glass out. Oh, no, son. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. This to and fro continued for a little while. And he was quite pleasant about it, but he just didn't seem to either didn't want to get the idea or genuinely had of sufficient levels of intoxication as to not get the idea. It was one or the other.
Right.
In any event, I've thought about this. And I thought, well, this can go one of two ways. With a headline that neither of us wants, Irish International in fight down Hindley Street. That's not a headline either of us wants.
No.
And he's going to take some, being a rugby player and all the rest of it, he's going to wear some big hits. Dish them out too.
Yep.
And which means it's not going to be an easy fight. Further to which, I was in a street full of his countrymen who hither to that stage have been very well behaved, but I was quietly confident may take issue with me getting involved in a little bit of a imbroglio with one of their national players. And I thought to myself, as Sun Tzu will tell you, some battles are not meant to be won.
This is true.
And I've just gone, yeah, all right, off you go, mate. But it was, like I said, it was quite pleasant. And he wasn't even vaguely forceful, actually. He wasn't nasty or aggressive. He just, yeah, whatever. If anything, I would describe him as playful. So it was very hard to rail against him, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That said, if you ever see footage of him as he played, oh dear God, the man's a beast. I used to like watching him play. Not when he played against Australia, but just in general, because he was a complete cunt of a man.
Cunt of a man.
Oh, totally. In the best possible way on a rugby field too. There's a great clip of him before a rugby test, basically egging or building his team up, and one of the lines is, "When you come off this field, you have better put the fear of God in at least one man." And you think, like that, is it, mate? And yeah, that's pretty much how he played. He's a very intimidating man when the mood took him.
Yeah, I think putting the fear of God in somebody kind of makes them kind of step back. You know what I'm saying?
That's the idea.
They can rethink their strategy and their plan.
Well, something you can do on a rugby field if you're a big enough cunt. I was. Is because I used to get what's called tap penalties. More for free kicks. You get free kicks and penalties. And from a free kick, I'd be the general go-to for my side was my name would be yelled, ball would be tapped, just give it to the big boy to truck up. And their forwards would line up because I'd take 2 or 3 of them with me. And
better to ask for forgiveness than for permission, right?
well, here's the thing. What you try and do is you'd try and pick one and you'd nail him hard. He'd be as the first tackler. And then, ideally, next tap penalty, you'd nail him again. Now, if you're lucky enough to get a third, you nail him again. Hard. You want to hurt him every time.
Yeah, I'm right.
And it's right about then he should be getting a nervous twitch.
Well, I'm not going to know my name when I'm done.
Yeah, that's the one. And just if you can see he's starting to get a little edgy, that's when you hit him one more time.
That's it.
And then you move on to another one.
Damn. Knock him the fuck out.
Pretty much is the aim. There's a thing in rugby called the Maori sidestep.
Maori sidestep.
Yep. Now, the Maori, as I'm sure you're aware, are the native people of New Zealand. And now, I'm sure you know what a sidestep is in any normal circumstance.
Yes, sir.
Right. Well, the Maori sidestep has a slight difference to that. Where in the normal circumstance of a sidestep, one moves aside with ballet-like pirouettes and leaves your opponent flummoxed. Oh, thanks, Jeff. The Maori sidestep involves running straight into the guy in front of you, hurting him if you can, and then offloading to the player running behind you, who then repeats the process to the next person.
Damn it.
Yeah. And yeah, if you're a forward, that's what you want to be doing.
Brutal.
Oh, yeah, it is. And that's the joy.
So what do you have to, where's the foul or penalties come in at? There is none?
Oh, no, there are some. It usually comes in with stuff like head-high tackles. You got to be showing some decorum as to where you
can clothesline them.
Yeah, if you clothesline, you're penalty and possibly off.
Okay.
And that's fair enough too, because that's dangerous shit. Then there's stuff like
that'll stop a motherfucker then.
Oh yeah. You can't trip a player. Tripping a player will get you off the field too.
Okay.
There is a type of tackle that is very, very dangerous, and if the ref sees you do it, he'll nail you, and rightly so. And it's called a cannonball tackle. And basically, you just go hard at the legs without your arms.
I can actually visualize that.
Yeah, and the reason you'll get nailed for that one, quite rightly in my eyes, is because if you nail someone's joint like that, you're possibly looking at ending the guy's career.
Oh yeah. You don't want to,
and that's not okay.
No, you don't want to be that asshole.
No, it's all well and good to hammer people. That's fine. I've got no issue with that at all. Hell, I personally strongly advocate such behaviour in the right time and place,
Yeah.
as you can gather. But nah, when you're doing career-ending injuries as this will get him down. No, dude, no, stop. That's not okay. You need to be playing something different.
Yeah, that's a different line of brutal.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's the line where you go, nah, son, you're a dick. And there are examples of guys just going way too far on the rugby field. One's actually
Of
happened
course,
recently.
that's pretty much in any sport, though, really.
Well, that's true. But sometimes there's a thing that happened recently in a rugby game, international, where a big name player who's generally, well, I don't know if you'd call him, he's an enforcer, so he's not exactly a clean player, but he's not notably dirty, if you follow me.
Right.
And he was a bit of a fracas during a game, as you do. And he's gone to push this guy to the face, which is all well and good. Well, actually, no, it's not. You're going to get red cards for that as well. You can't just smack people to the face anymore either.
Anymore? You said anymore?
Well, when I was playing, you could actually, if you had the ball in under your arm, it was considered okay to fend people to the face. So if they were coming in to tackle you, you could just get your hand, and if they happen to get their face in the way of your hand, well, that's unfortunate.
So so it's kind of like our hockey here, huh?
Yeah, look, hockey, from what I've seen, allows some pretty brutal options.
You're getting there have all-out fights. They'll fist fight in a damn minute.
Yeah. There's a certain point where these days, if a fight breaks out, okay, it used to be that fight breaks out, the person who started it obviously goes, see you later. And then you would have whoever escalated it. If it becomes a group scenario, so if just one person punches on, and it's just him being a dick, he's the only one who goes. If the guy was to punch somebody else, then the other guy was to punch back, they're both going. If they're both going and a third person has come in to escalate, he's going as well. And after that, it's just considered collective. You can't do much about it. Everyone's just going into it.
Right.
That's how it used to be rolled. These days, it can happen that fight breaks out and the fists start flying. Anybody who collects anybody's head is going off. So there are like documented instances of like teams losing 3 or 4 players through these big fights that are just ridiculous, frankly. If your fight's getting that big, it's time to keep your willy in check.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that.
Compensation issues are clearly in operation there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it used to roll. These days, like I said, because they're all over the head injury stuff, and fair enough too, really. Any punches to the head will see a person leave the field.
Fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Now, when I was playing, some of the stuff that would go down in the front row, yeah, it wasn't like slapping around other front rowers wasn't on the cards. And if the ref didn't see it, well, that was unfortunate. It would depend on circumstance, speaking for myself. Some front rowers are just cunts. I was an occasional cunt.
An occasional cunt?
Yeah, what it is I would prefer to beat my opposing number with technique. That was my preferred option. If I was having a hard time with him, I had various things in what I would refer to as my dirty tricks department. There was the pinch test where you'd bind on in the scrum, get a good handful of his flesh and then twist it.
Oh, shit.
See if you could distract him.
Punch him in the calf muscle.
Oh, no, you couldn't reach that far down. You'd get him on the back.
Okay.
And then just give it a good twist.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Then there was Happy Slappy, where you'd unbind for a bit and just start slapping your opposing number in the face a bit just to piss him off. with a bit of luck, he'd get upset and start trying to take a swing. Fantastic. This is the sort of shit that used to be considered perfectly acceptable when I was playing.
Damn.
These days, they're a bit more circumspect, which I sort of can't say is probably a bad thing in some ways.
Happy Slappy.
Happy Slappy, yeah.
That's what I used to call my young private times.
You're breaking up, can't hear you.
Oh, I'll be.
There we go.
Yeah, that sounds like it's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal.
Oh, yeah. It's fun. But there's, yeah. I remember having played one game, and the guy had given me a bit of a hard time in the scrum. So I've gone a bit of the pinch test and Happy Slappy. And the guy who played hooker for us basically played alongside me in the front row. Bumped into him in a gym on the Monday, I think, maybe. Anyway, and he bumped into him in the change room. And apparently he was purple.
Damn.
On one side. And finally, that's the hooker. He looked at him and said, "What the fuck happened to you?" And he said, "Your prop did this to me."
Damn.
And yeah, the next time I saw Finu, he said, "You're a fucking animal, Robbie." I said, "What?" He said, "Well, I knew you were getting the better on him, but I didn't know you were prepared to go." What?
Oh, damn.
It's mind you, I've known Fine who do some brutal things too.
It sounded like it.
It's just part of being in the front row, mate. You're not there to win friends.
You're there to win.
Yeah, well, if you don't in the front row, you get fucking hurt. You get really hurt if you don't win in the scrums. And that's why, nah. Nah.
I didn't know it was actually like that with rugby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. In the scrums, if you lose, what's going to happen to you is that you're going to get, imagine having someone's head under your shoulder, or your right shoulder, say.
Right.
And you're cranking them down so as their head's facing, sort of like pulled down to with the chin touching the chest.
Right.
Now, if you've got a guy like that, you've got him in a bad position to begin with. I'm sure you'd agree.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now, your next step in the front row when you do your job is you then get your head into roughly the middle of his chest and lift.
What the hell?
Yep. And then as your second row puts the squeeze on, your scrum starts rumbling forward because they've got no drive and they've got a front rower who's, or ideally on both sides, you'll want this done. If you get it on both sides, they're screwed.
Right.
Because what's happened is you got their head there and then you're lifting them against your own shoulder.
Wow.
And that's why when it goes badly as a prop, you get hurt.
Yeah.
And why, speaking for myself, I was quite prepared to do whatever it took to make damn sure that didn't occur.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I used to prefer doing it technically because I could get a warm, fuzzy glow of, ha, look at that. But, yeah, if I thought it was necessary, I wasn't taking the chances.
Wow.
So, yeah, the joys of rugby.
You need to pull some of them on YouTube and watch them.
If you want, there's two things I'd recommend. Watch, there's some great ones of just brutal tackles and hits. Some of them are gold.
Now, what was that one you sent me where the it was a color guy and he was pitching? That's rugby.
Oh, that's cricket.
Cricket. Okay. All right.
Cricket's supposed to be a very gentlemanly game, and that's a load of bullshit too when the fast bowlers start doing
Oh, yeah,
thing.
but you sent me and I watched. There wasn't nothing gentle about that, man.
Yeah, that's cricket.
God, I got my ass handed to him.
Yeah, it's a bit different. It's similar to baseball in some ways, in terms of somebody delivers a ball, somebody hits it. And then there's runs involved ultimately, and there's ways of getting out from the batsman.
Right.
But
I don't know how the hell you hit that little ass ball traveling that fast.
I was never very good at batting. I could bowl a bit back in the day, and I only played at sort of like high school level.
Right.
Yeah, batting's it's not as bad as you might think from the viewpoint of you see the bowler coming, you know what hand he's got it in. But when you get really fast bowlers, like you saw with some of even at the highest level, the batsmen are just going, well, fuck that.
Shit, that guy was slinging that ball, man.
The guy who was bowling it was a guy named Michael Holding. He's widely regarded as one of the fastest bowlers ever. There is an Australian guy who also gets a bit of a jersey, a guy named Jeff Thompson. And I've sent you some of his stuff as well, I think. He's a disturbing individual. But or at least if you're the poor sucker facing him.
Yeah, that's it.
He apparently on one occasion nailed a guy. This is in a state game in Australia, but he's done a short rearing delivery that has nailed a guy to the rib cage and dropped him hard. And whilst the guy's doubled over in pain, the story runs that Jeff Thompson strolled almost callously down the pitch, stood over him and said, "Get up, you bastard, I haven't finished with you yet."
Stupid damn sure.
Yeah, you got to be going, yeah, that's well, dearie me. Bit of an attitude there. What? But yeah, rugby is supposed to be a gentleman's game as well. I'm here to tell you that's bullshit.
Yeah, from what you're telling me, absolutely.
What I'll do, I probably won't have time when I get off today, but when I get back from my meeting, I'll fling you a couple of links to some quite excellent rugby clips because there's a couple that are really good to watch. One of them's just a scrum battle between two scrums that are equally strong. And I'm here to tell you, as a front rower, oh yeah, that's the stuff. The term that, here we go, bit of humour here for sure. I don't know if you ever heard of an English comedian. I think he's English. He's certainly British. David Mitchell.
No.
Doesn't matter so much. The colour I'm looking for isn't immediately available. What goes on with that? He's funny as fuck, frankly. And there's a term he uses for when he gets very excited, or has used on an occasion, and the term is purple and immediate.
Purple what?
Purple and immediate.
Oh, purple immediate.
Yeah. And, mate, I'm telling you, as I said, watching these scrums go at each other as an old front rower, purple and immediate.
Damn.
It's sexy shit. So I'll send you that clip, and I'll send you some clips of some what I can only view as outstanding rugby brutality.
All right.
But yeah, that'll be later this afternoon my time. You'll probably won't get them till tomorrow morning your time.
All right. That'll work.
And tomorrow I'll be on for a couple of hours because I'm not fishing. And on Sunday I'll be on for longer. And indeed, for the rest of the week, I'm largely going to be on and around. So we should make some good progress here.
Sounds fine to me.
Sounds pretty fine to me too, I tell you.
It's supposed to be really cold tomorrow with some wintry mix coming in.
Good day to hunker down.
I hunkered down today as well. It was actually nice outside. I actually got 2 cars painted and
nice.
went outside and done a little bit of stuff and tried to
I've got a bit of. It's going to be warm here today, but I do want to do some stuff in the garden because I found out that one of the plants I've put in a pot with other plants is I'm best advised to have a separate pot for, because apparently it can take over other growing areas. And I'm not real keen on that happening. So, because what it is Vietnamese mint.
Vietnamese mint.
Yeah, as opposed to normal mint. But
Gotcha.
What it is I've got a whole stack of different a whole stack of spices, period, as you know.
Right.
Growing. I've got a whole stack of Southeast Asian for all those occasions when I'm doing Southeast Asian cookery. I've got coriander, I've got Vietnamese mint, I've got Thai basil.
Done any baking lately?
I did some baking yesterday and it went a bit pear-shaped. It didn't. I was doing a slice and it didn't solidify the way I would like it to have done. But it was not a disaster from the viewpoint of the taste was okay, but what I'll do with it, or what I have done with it, is I've whacked it in the freezer. And when the mood takes me, I will, or if I have somebody over, I'll mash it up as a dessert and serve it with custard.
Yummy.
Yeah. Let's face it, anything with custard is good. Some people would say, well, no, it's not. They are wrong. Story ends. Now, once I finish this, this is all part of the Volvo radiator setup and water pump that I'm doing here. They have a very unusual. They have a number of unusual traits as far as their engine setup goes, ranging from their oil filters, which actually keep oil in the head, through to their radiator setup, which drains all the water out of the radiator, the secondary one. And there was a reason for it that was explained to me. I can't recall it offhand, but it made perfect sense once it was explained. But never mind. There we are. Right, and that is this little tube here. I'll give you a zoom in. There we go. There's a little thing there that goes to the radiator ultimately.
Oh yeah, okay.
So yeah, you
Yeah,
can see how it drains out to there.
right.
Not quite sure why they're there, but they are. But that's the mechanism.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Looking good too, though.
Thank you. Now I got my chassis done. Like I don't think it looks really any different, but at least now I know it's done. These are the things. Now, I'm gonna wash my brush. I'm gonna wind the stream up so I can get my shit together for this networking thing. But I will be on for far longer tomorrow,
All right, I'll be right here with you if you'll have me.
and I'll be on for longer again on Sunday and Monday and other days. I have almost a week clear. Almost a week clear. I'll give that a bit
It's
more.
my birthday then. Get
When's your
play
birthday?
longer.
When's your birthday?
January 29th.
January
Next month.
29th. I'll have to remember that. That's 3 days after Australia Day. Hang on, January
Oh,
29th. Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'll be 56.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I'll give
Young.
you some solo time. Give us a moment. There we go.
I got the decals on my.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
really nice. Got the Chevrolet on the back right here.
Cool.
This is the 86 IROC Z. I
Nice.
painted today, two-toned it. Then the chrome
That's
at the bottom.
swish. Yes,
Well, I
nice,
done the
mate.
part of the decals on it.
Yeah,
You can
good.
see it well.
That's swish.
But yeah, I'm trying to get every year Camaro. I've got 3. This is my 4th one. So I'm
Yeah,
trying to round
nice.
up all the year models. But that's what I've done sitting here with you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, well that's all very good then.
I appreciate it.
Oh, look, I think it's a good thing. I enjoy it, and yes, David's liking the deep blue on your Camaro.
Oh, thank you. It's actually purple.
Yeah, I can see that. It might be coming through. Like actually depends on the angle you look at it. That's kind of cool, man.
Yeah, it's actually got a little bit of silver metal flake in it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. That's cool.
Be pretty sweet. The fins on the top are going to be black. Inside the headlights are going to be black. The grill's going to be black.
Yeah. That's the ticket. Nice one.
Thank you, David. I appreciate that.
All righty. Well, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll get back to the 2-person screen. There we are.
There we go.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Sorry it's a bit of a short one, but business calls.
Hey, sometime.
It is. Now, tomorrow we'll be back. And first time viewers, you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe.
Subscribe.
Other platforms. I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube, and Robster the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And yes, and indeed, as Bassman is vividly suggesting to you, follow, like, or subscribe. You see that thumb? You and that finger. You get to it, by golly. Now, tomorrow, as I said, we shall be back. We shall be back for longer. Yes, we shall. And we'll be back at the same kit time, same kit channel. And we'll catch you good people then. See yous.